Sanjiv Bhasin is director at IIFL Securities. We are shifting gaze from corporates to markets. Sanjiv, you promised to be in the studios when markets hit a new high to do that bhangra. So I guess we'll have to do this long distance.
Yeah, good morning, Prashant.
Good morning.
Set up the flow and I'll be there. Get the dhol gala. Get Nigel to join in and we'll do it.
No, I'm ready. Sanjiv, I'm ready. I'm doing it.
Sonia is missing in action, but Reema is here.
Reema's filling in. She's joining in. Reema, bhangra. Yeah.
Sanjiv, how are things looking now? I mean, you've said buy despair, sell euphoria. That's basically been your mantra, right? How are things looking now that we've crossed that new high, in a way uncharted waters? Will the push higher keep continuing? What's your sense?
Yeah, firstly, that was a very poor imitation of a bhangra. So, I'll have to come and guide you guys, because sooner rather than later you will have to join in.
That was Nigel and Reema. You're not seeing me in action.
All right, let's go. Prashant, go for it.
All eyes on you.
All eyes on Prashant. Come on, Prashant.
Don't get me started.
Come on, Prashant,
don't get me started. Nigel. Go on. Sanjiv, go on.
So Prashant, like you said, buy the fear, sell the greed. And now the greed is evident. The dumb players are the FIs who sold aggressively till 15.5, not realizing that the best market or the best player in town and the outlier is India. And now you are seeing the, let out feeling of missed out use. So, there's a simple saying, you can't run with the hares and hunt with the hounds. This is the time you must start to book profit. If you've had the very, very good spell, which we've given you in the last 4 months, and if you are laughing your way to the bank, it's good time to take some money off the table, particularly some of the PSUs. And I think that wait for corrections which are imminent, which may come in January. But I still think there is a bit of upside on our stock specific basis. Index may hit 18,800, 89,000. See, the euphoria is just starting, and you've seen the type of missed out feeling. Plus, now there's a global, festive season with most people realizing that historically December end has always been a good month. And I think that we'll take it from there. But definitely take some money home, because this is not the time to keep being adventurous. If you have got the fear and this is the euphoria, you need to be, in the money now.
Well, Sanjiv, good morning. I'll work on the bhangra skills. I'll take some, I have the Punjabi at home, so we'll try to work on that. But what do you buy from here, Sanjiv? There's still a lot of opportunities, right? Take some money home, as you said, on some of those PSUs and look to get in at a dip. But any key stock that you're looking at? I mean, a couple of names if you could give us.
Yeah, so firstly, I am waiting for you and your wife to join me in Punjab da Tadka with butter chicken.
Absolutely.
And we'll do the bhangra with roaring, because she's more adept at it. so Nigel, look at the auto names. You just saw what Apollo Tyre, what Seat are guiding. Look at the CV volumes, look at the bus volumes, look at the airline traffic. I think Ashok Leyland and Tata Motor fit that bill perfectly. Tata Motor is still seeing a little bit of if and how because of China, but once that stabilizes, Europe numbers are very strong on a monthly basis, on a yearly basis, and I think auto demand is very strong. So Ashok Leyland, Tata Motor would be my 2 top picks. Canfin Homes is one mid-cap which I've been advocating for some time, from that 470, 480 level. That is headed to 700, 725. Because in the mortgage space, that's one of the 3rd largest player and one of the largest player in the 15 to 30 lakh ticket. I like Ultratech and L&T in the large caps. In the OEMs, Motherson is giving you the opportunity of maybe the last 2 years, because as soon as Europe starts to stabilize, the volume and the growth on margins will come back with a vengeance. Bosch fits the bill perfectly as far as the largest OEM goes. And you have the real estate play with DLF, Godrej Property, and on the consumption side, Godrej Consumer. So a lot of names, but I would concentrate on the CV players and Ultratech and Canfin Home.
Sanjiv, there is an interesting note by CLSA on Paytm where they've upgraded the stock to a buy, and here are a couple of the reasons. One, they're saying that the share price has seen a sharp correction, just 25 to 30% in the last 2 weeks on account of selling by a large shareholder. They're saying the market cap is at $3.5 billion. Of that, $1 billion is the cash that the company holds, and they're saying the cash burn is likely to end in the next 4 to 6 quarters. And this market cap of $3.5 billion was the valuation last seen in Paytm in 2016, and it's also trading at some discount to, global peers. So in that sense, CLSA says they're quite comfortable with the current valuations, while there will always be an uncertainty about whether, some more investors go ahead and sell the stock, which is unpredictable from here on. But they believe the stock is worth a look now, which is why they've gone ahead and upgraded it. Would you like to share your comments on Paytm and how you view the recent correction in the business model?
Well, Paytm is the one which started the top of the market at 18,600 last year. And no doubt it may be at the bottom of the market, but CLSA was one of the few who was calling for 14,000. I'm not commenting on them, but this is the way brokerages sell. So this is a large cap stock which has got a lot of floating stock, and most of it may be so, 450 to 650 may be a very well possible target. But these guys had buys at 1,800, 1,500, 1,200. So what is in there? It's just a trader's game. And most of the people, the investors, are lost out. I stand for the investors. I'm not going to take a punt at 200 rupees. I'd rather buy an ICICI Bank or an IDFC First, which gives me equal prowess into the financial space. But like you said, there's no point, there's no harm taking a call at 460, but please remember to exit at 650. Don't get sucked in by the euphoria, because these are all brokerages calls. A stock which from 2150 has fallen to 450 can surely rally to 700, but as the undertone change, that will take time. As a disclosure, our top play in this whole fintech basket is Zomato at 58. If you do get it there, or you can add some more, add that, because I think Zomato is the one play which we think we are confident can give you money in the next 1 year.
I see a lot of autos, right? I mean, in terms of the names that you mentioned, Sanjiv, Ashok Leyland, Tata Motors, Motherson, Bosch, right? That is a space which you think will continue to see acceleration, and especially a word on Tata Motors, because it's got so much global exposure as well.
Correct. So, Prashant, that's the reason this stock has lagged. But look at the way their CV market in India is expanding. Look at the way the EV market is expanding. And to give you a brief, the Slovakia unit in Europe is now fully geared up to meet the chip shortage and so on. And I think that Europe could be the dark horse as it comes back on stream after a lot of the uncertainty. And make no bones that I think autos definitely globally are in a short supply. So Europe will be the key for Tata Motor, making a comeback on the JLR. The China uncertainty is giving you the price performance. And that, I think, if China was reopening, then the stock would be at 600. So I think that a large part of the underperformance may be coming to rest. And since it's an inclusion in the index, it will see a lot of more pent-up buying in the sense of weightage. Ashok Leyland, I think, Prashant, you're seeing the type of expansion in airports. It is a conduit to rising air traffic. It's the rising airport, footfalls. And thirdly, it's the third largest bus maker in the world. And gaining more market share as reopening sees schools, institutions, corporates all go for that. Plus, you have the underlying theme of, scrappage policy coming. It's the best play to play with Indigo, GMR, and, Ashok Leyland. If you want to play the aerospace in India, which I think is just on the takeoff path.
Okay, all right. Sanjiv, thanks so much for stopping by and giving us a whole host of stocks, and look forward to chatting up with you and meeting you rather soon. Well, on that note, though,
thank you, Nigel. Bye.
We'll slip into a short break. On the other side, we have our technical experts who are waiting for us. Sudarshan Sukhani and Mitesh Thakkar will be joining us.